Welcome back to our channel, the channel for the latest news, untold stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you news. Catherine and William's strong statement to the future monarchy through Prince George growing up. The Prince and Princess of Wales had their first boy, Prince George, in 2013, and the Prince is now second behind his parents to the position of monarch. Princess Catherine and Prince William have not only been parenting 3 young kids, along with Prince George, who will eventually become the British monarch. The Palace of Buckingham revealed that the royal couple had been expecting the arrival of their first child just over a year and a half later after their wedding at Westminster Abbey on the evening of April the 29th, 2011, resulting in one of the most watched broadcast occasions in memory. Catherine's maternity was revealed when she was admitted to hospital for anxiety, an identical ailment she had while expecting her older kids, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. On the 22nd of July 2013, Catherine welcomed the birth of her first son, Prince George, just 7 months following revealing that she was pregnant. The princess remembered the first time she received her first child in her hands during an interview on the radio show Happy Mum, Happy Baby, presented by best-selling author Giovanna Fletcher. Amazing, incredible. As I stated previously, it is outstanding. How is it possible for the human body? It's absolutely extraordinary, she stated. He was additionally really kind, and I remember being glad that my son had become a healthy, joyful kid. Around the time of his birth, Prince George was the 3rd generational heir to ascend to the British monarchy, behind his grandfather King Charles, as well as the father Prince William, after the passing of his great-grandmother in the year of 2022. George came second on the line of inheritance. Almost a decade following the moment they became parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine are juggling giving their young son a normal upbringing, while still preparing him for becoming the king eventually. Through his finest memories with his loved ones to his present interests and pastimes, here's all you need to know regarding Prince George, Prince William and Catherine's first child and potential ruler. On July the 22nd, 2013, at the hospital known as St. Mary's in London, Catherine gave birth to Prince George, the future ruler. He weighed 8 pounds 6 ounces and was handed over at 4:24 p.m. The following day, the royal couple accompanied the public to celebrate their joy, going out of the front of the Mary Lindo's wing to greet their child. Following her visit to Happy Mum, Happy Baby, Catherine recounted that event. Exactly, extremely frightening, slightly frightening, but I'm not planning to lie, she stated. Every person had been tremendously supportive, the royal said, emphasizing the significance of expressing their delight with their fellow citizens. But it additionally came alongside a newborn baby and unskilled parents, and a lack of understanding of what the future held. So one experienced all kinds of conflicting feelings. He has a surname of his great-great-grandfather, George Alexander Louis. The prince's full middle name has been named after numerous members of the family of royalty. His maiden name is exactly the same as that of Queen Elizabeth's father, King George VI. The given name Alexander honours the Queen, whose mother's maiden name was Alexandra. Prince William's second name, Louis, is derived according to his grandpa Prince Philip's uncle, Lord Louis Mountbatten. Prince Louis of Battenberg, Philip's grandfather, also had a surname of his own. The royal couple were under a lot of stress when they were looking and picking a name appropriate for the future king. Catherine talked with parents from the community and addressed questions about parenthood, including how she and Prince William picked the name of their kids, following an excursion to the Royal Surrey County Hospital's birthing section in 2022. She mentioned that they had chosen their preferred names and that, undoubtedly, the whole world was patiently awaiting for those people to decide about their kids, and that it seemed like a pretty big stress. Prince George understands the fact that he's going to eventually be king, according to a historical expert, who created In the Battle of Brothers, William and Harry, the true story of the family in turmoil, that both the Prince and Princess of Wales updated the oldest child concerning his possible future position in the British monarchy. Around the year and the time of his 7th birthday, because they intended to discuss the subject at a controlled time of their decision-making. Prince George is constantly aware of the fact that he has a very special position, according to Amaya Aretia, the child's-wear manufacturer who creates clothes for him alongside his brothers and sisters and what they've been wearing for decades. She said, "I suppose George was acquainted almost with every detail since the start. He always enjoyed being in the spotlight. His deceased great-grandmother and great-grandfather often hosted gatherings with only one individual in attendance. I imagine they discussed that topic fairly early on. I'm confident that William and Catherine are trying to make George understand the most effective way that they are able to," the source said. Also, without causing it to be too onerous. William told the British Broadcasting Agency in 2016 that they'll be becoming an appropriate moment and location for him to tell George that he's going to be the future king. "For the time being, all I can do is provide him with a secure and reliable setting, and shower him with every ounce of affection that I can muster." Prince George, who attended Thomas's Battersea alongside his sister Charlotte and his other siblings, started attending Lambrook School in 2022, when the royal family relocated from Kensington Palace to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor. Since making the change, the three of them have had to be in the same classroom together. Lambrook is widely recognised as one of the best prep educational institutions in the United Kingdom due to its outstanding performance in school and a wide range of extracurricular offerings, including a full-size AstroTurf soccer field, an indoor swimming pool, musical infrastructure, and a 9-hole championship golf course. Activities include polo, diving, swimming, fencing, and horseback riding are also available. He's an avid football player. Catherine, a royal sponsor of both the Rugby Football League and the Rugby Football Union, watched the England vs Wales Six Nations match in the month of February 2022 and revealed that her infant son played rugby at school. Prince George, who's accompanying both of his parents to this occasion, told his mother, "But I won't challenge you yet," after declaring that he was starting to understand what it means to tackle. She laughed and said, "Yes, you did." Catherine encourages her children to polish their talents in the game throughout their trip to the Berkshire Rugby Club in early 2023, as a component of her Shaping Us program. She performs football with her kids on occasion in the backyard. In fact, she performs every sport with the kids. Prince George's great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, passed away on September 8, 2022, and the two were extremely close. It was discovered through the ITV programme Our Queen at 90 that George, who was at the age of 2.5, referred to his great-grandmother as Gangan. She additionally stated that whenever the Queen's great-grandchildren visited her, she would place a present in their chamber. She really does care about her relatives, Catherine concluded. Prince George and Queen Elizabeth's close relationship was displayed for the entire world to see on numerous major occasions, notably an emotional exchange they had on the balcony at Buckingham Palace in order to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. She and George had a good time together as well, as evidenced by their 2019 participation in the Together at Christmas advertisement, an effort to give additional assistance to the Armed Forces Association over the holiday season. The clip, which shows Prince George hard doing his work in the kitchen with the Queen, stepping aside to provide a place for her great-grandson. It was released by Kensington Palace. A historical moment occurred on the 6th of May 2023, when Prince George served as a page of honour throughout the coronation of King Charles. For the very first time in contemporary royal historical events, the next king was formally participating in the ceremony of the sort of thanks to his presence at the occasion. King Charles, at just 4 years old, was the youngest youngster to attend his mother's crowning in 1953. According to Westminster Abbey, Queen Elizabeth was 11 years old when she attended the coronation of her dad, George VI, in 1937. Neither, nevertheless, had a formal capacity inside the military. Prince George seems to be continuing in his dad Prince William's tradition when it comes to the interest in both ecological and wildlife problems. Reported to The Independent, George organised a birthday cake sale to benefit Tusk, an organisation that helps safeguard vulnerable species in Africa throughout the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown. Prince William, a royal sponsor for Tusk since 2005, expressed his own worries about the environment shortly after he heard that his eldest son, Prince George, had been devastated by the concept of extermination. the presence of watching numerous David Attenborough films previously with my kids, and they absolutely adore them, particularly the most current one, the disappearance episode. Unfortunately, myself and George had decided to turn it off. We felt devastated regarding it halfway through. William said to a report in the year 2020, "You understand I have no desire to be watching this anymore," he told me. He hit the court alongside tennis great Roger Federer. George got to spend time playing tennis alongside Roger Federer, a tennis legend, whom a lot of young people look forward to as having a lot of inspiration. Catherine, an enthusiastic tennis player, sat next to British tennis star Katie Boulter and veteran player Anna Keothavong at the 2019 Wimbledon tournament. Keothavong said that the royal family's eldest son had become a tennis player and had swung a racket with his preferred player Federer, to the presenters of the Wimbledon recap programme Wimbledon Coffee Morning. The Wales household maintains a surface for tennis inside their rural home in Sandringham. They are avid players. As a child, William and his mum would often attend matches at the prestigious grassy courts. He has a passion for aeroplanes. Kate thanked everyone who was part of the squads that had assisted in rescuing hundreds of thousands of civilians from Afghanistan by travelling to the Royal Air Force's Brize Norton facility in 2021. The princess also said that her aviator-obsessed offspring shared her passion. George's father, along with uncle Prince Harry, are among a number of people associated with the royal household who have pursued a career in the flying profession. Prince William went on to become a commander in the Royal Air Force's Search and Rescue Unit, whereas Prince Harry flew Apache helicopters for the British military in Afghanistan. He's creative in his own right. The Prince and Princess of Wales greeted their online following on Christmas Eve in 2022, with a festive greeting and an oil-on-canvas picture created by their eldest son in honour of the event. "Merry Christmas," the headline said, by George. The deer with the red-bellied bird species perched on its antlers, as well as a dusting of snowfall, appears to be influenced by a Rendale-designed Christmas postcard. We appreciate you taking the time to view today's video. Prince George will succeed the monarch, and what do you make of him? If you have any last ideas or comments, please share them with us.